Welcome. I'm glad you're here. I'm not sure when you're watching this, if it's live or as a review, but we're just coming off of a lovely Thanksgiving weekend. The weather was gorgeous, and I thought I would put. Can you see it? Look, and I've got a beautiful Thanksgiving bouquet here. I hosted, and this was a host gift. So, anyways, that's what my stage is set up on. I hope you guys had a beautiful Thanksgiving weekend. Um, my name is Crystal, and we are going to do a 45-minute exercise series today video with the focus on fine-tuning our fine motor skills. I actually did this a little while ago, and if you remember, I had kind of a major technology snafu. So repeat performance because I deleted that one. If you have a water bottle, a chair, an exercise band, and some good running shoes, then I think we're ready to go. If you need to pause this video and grab those items, feel more than welcome to do so. Uh, the most important message that I will give to you today is to do only what makes you feel comfortable. So please don't feel like you have to follow everything that I'm doing, and please feel welcome to change things if you need to. You can do some exercises in sitting, you can skip some exercises. It is all about you feeling your very best. I think that's all of our announcements for today. Um, of course, as always, I want to, oh, I got so close there, sorry, hear from you if you can't hear me very well. So I have these little speakers in my ears. Hopefully it's picking up my voice okay. And if you'd like me to change anything, just give me a message and I will hopefully see it. Let's begin in nice, tall anatomical position. So this gives our body an opportunity to get some muscle awareness and find some good tall posture. Check in with your feet, first of all. Are they about hip distance apart? Maybe a gentle rock back and forth to feel all the points of the feet that are connected with the floor. Then bring awareness to the strong legs that we have. Think about the ABCs of posture. Abdominals, bringing the belly button in towards the spine, bum tucked in, and 2 points for the C's. Chest is lifted and chin is tucked in. Bringing our palms forward, that helps to encourage a shoulders back posture. And let's take 3 nice deep breaths here. Great. Roll your shoulders back a few times. And maybe while we settle into our muscles, we can also find our mindset, finding things that we can feel grateful for following a good, thankful weekend. We'll begin with an easy march. Keeping belly button tucked in and chest and chin and bum all where it should be. Good tall posture. We'll switch to heel digs in 3, 2, 1. So heel comes tapping out. You're pulling your toes up a wee bit. And let's find our arms. Let's do the diamond. That's always a trick. And let's just get that toughie right out of the way. One of the conversations I had at my Thanksgiving table was about finding an exercise that you love doing and how important that is, because then we stick with something. So I really appreciate that some of you maybe are walkers and you prefer to go for walks, and when our weather is beautiful, so we should. We'll do this for 3, 2, then switching to feet behind, toe tap back, then add a low row. And if your balance is off, the chair can be your stabilizer. No worries about using a chair ever. So yeah, it was really important to find an exercise that you love doing. So I hope you'll tune in. I mean, this is a great, uh, um, like well-rounded exercise. With Forever in Motion, we focus on balance and strength and a little cardio and flexibility. So it gives you a really nice, well-rounded thing. But more important is to incorporate other things too. Maybe you love water, try an aquasize class. And maybe we want to build up our commitment to those things. Very slow. Don't push yourself too hard to begin with. And sometimes exercising with a friend or a group is encouraging, which is nice with the Forever in Motion groups too, because you can do this in the comfort of your own home right now, as you perhaps are, or find a group. And you can always connect with the Forever in Motion office to find out what is available in your area. We've got rural and urban groups, and we would be so happy if you reached out to us. We're going to switch to side taps in 3, 2, here we go, tap and tap. Chair is here if you need it. If you can, add double arms. I said contact us at the Forever in Motion office. Now you're maybe thinking, I don't know how to contact you. We are located in Market Mall in Saskatoon, and you'd be welcome to stop in. It's called the Community Health Center, or we have phone numbers and email addresses. I think you can find that. Can you find that on the Facebook page? I don't know, but Facebook page would be another way that you could find us. Add a comment below, and feel welcome to reach out anytime. That's what we're here for. Three, two, one. Gentle march. Check in with your posture. Belly button tucked in still, chest lifted, chin tucked in. Then we are ready to go through it on round 2, maybe finding a bit of a faster pace or a few more challenges. In fact, with our easy march, let's lift knee up a little higher. Now choose a pace that's right for you. When we are standing on one leg for those 3 seconds, maybe hanging onto a chair is a good idea for you. Maybe the knee doesn't come up quite so high. You can just make the motion without making the connection. Maybe you're feeling spunky today. You'd like to tap hand underneath thigh. Maybe I just gave you too many options and you're like, oh my gosh, Crystal, just stick to one thing. I'm gonna go back to hands to knees. We'll switch to our heel digs in 3, 2, 1. Do you feel steady? You want to let go of the chair? Pulling up your toes each time. Really important to activate those muscles on the front of the lower leg. They help us to not trip over our toes. Ready for extra challenge? Draw a diamond. We'll switch to toe taps behind. 3, 2, One, back, and back. So first time we did a low row. This time, if you'd like to make it more challenging, make it a high row, elbows coming back a little more aligned with the chest, right? Level 1, elbows would be coming down by the hips. Level 2, we're getting a little bit more upper body involvement. We'll switch to side in 3, 2, 1. Would you like to add some arms? Would you like to add both arms? So we've warmed up. Have you recognized the pattern? In a front plane, in front of us, behind us. Now we're going side to side, right? So activating all different areas of our range of motion. To bring us down from these little cardio warm-up exercises, we'll switch back to our march in 3, 2, 1. Easy march. I think I'm going to take my warm-up jacket off. That feels better. And we'll move into a V step next. I do want to make sure I've got enough room here. So making a V pattern on the floor in front of you. One leg is going to be your leader. Take note. We step wide, wide, narrow, narrow. Front, front, back, back. This one can be done in a chair too, actually. So please take whatever shape feels right for you. So we'll march on the spot, and we took note of which leg was the leader, right? Of course, yes. So we'll go the other way. Other leg is the leader this time. Wide, wide, narrow, narrow, front, back, back. And is your smile on? That's an important detail. A pace that's comfortable but challenging for you. 3, 2, 1, march. Lovely. So that is our warm-up all done. Please help yourself to a sip of water. As always, we encourage lots of hydration, and have the chair nearby. We'll move into a little bit of balance exercises. You know what I saw over there? Maple beetle. Boy, they are bad right now. Anyways, hopefully he doesn't make a cameo on video. So chair is at a place where it's going to support us. I'm going to turn slightly to the side so that hopefully this is a good view for you. Not a good view, I don't know, an explanatory view. Anyways, whatever. We're starting at the bottom and working our way up. Finding that anatomical posture, or mountain pose in yoga is what they call it. So thinking about the distance of our feet, the wider they are, the better our base of support. Finding that comfort. Thinking about strong legs. Thinking about palms forward. finding tall posture through our torso, length through our neck. A few nice deep breaths, and let's begin. We rock up on our toes and back on our heels. One hand on the chair, maybe both hands on the chair, maybe no hands on the chair. Keeping those core muscles engaged, bringing attention to the lower leg. Can you feel those muscles work to pull toes up? What do you feel going on in your body? Take note. Bring your awareness to it. Beautiful. We'll do hip abduction to strengthen the muscles around our hips, but we're going to focus on glutes by letting our heel lead first. Find that tall posture, one hand or both hands on the chair, looking straight ahead, and then lifting one leg out to the side. So our hip flexors are a little bit bossy, and by putting our toes out first, we shouldn't do that, but that's letting those bossy hip flexors take the lead. By making our heel come out first, it's going to target the muscles on the back of your leg, your glutes mostly. So let's target those glutes. Heel comes out first, lifting the leg slow out to the side. We're going for about 8 and thinking about what is our upper body doing. We would like to keep it nice and tall and aligned. Lifting over to the side is a bit of a cheat, so not getting the right muscles. 2, 1, there we go. We'll switch to the other side. Soften that standing leg. Don't lock that knee out if you can help it. Lead with the heel. Maybe watch a few times. See if you're happy with that foundation, that alignment. And then maybe take your gaze ahead to keep your spine aligned. Two more. Last one. And we're done. Maybe one more for good measure. Okay, now we're done. Hamstring work next. So we're still in this beautiful, tall, well-aligned position. Then we raise one heel up, knee stays down at the ground. We'll hold for a beat and then down. Let's lift up 8 times. 2, 3, 4. Where do you feel this? I hope you feel this in the back of your thigh. Your hamstring is the place where we should be bringing our mindful movement to. Last one. I've read pretty quick. If you need to slow down, you go right ahead. All right, softening this standing leg. Let's repeat on the other side. Can you see? Not so much, but there you go. Maybe that's better. I should come all the way down with my foot. Were you going to ask that? It's a good question. I should. Here's my 8th one. Good. Great. Okay, moving into some squats. So chair is going to come in front. Oh, water if you'd like some. Got mine off to the side here. Okay, and for our squats, we're going to come down 5 times, but not all the way down. Just so that our bum is really getting back there, and our knees are not coming over our toes. We don't want to put any unnecessary stress on those knees, of course, right? But the chair is behind us in case we lose our balance. So here we go, squatting down, hold 3, 2, 1. Come on up nice and tall. Hold 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. That's 3. 3, 2, 1. That's 5. Yes. Let's have a seat on the front of our chair, making sure that we have our core muscles engaged even when we're sitting. And let's work our core a little bit, crossing hands across chest, leaning back until we feel those muscles engage, and slowly come to upright. And I haven't talked a lot about breath, but we exhale on the exertion. Now, is this too hard? It is easier if you have your hands on your knees, so maybe play around with the positioning. You could also put your hands behind or up to your ears. I find like that's a little bit of pressure for me. This is my fave. Feel welcome to experiment and find your fave. Okay, so as promised, we were going to do some fine motor tuning. Fine tune our fine motor skills. Okay, so let's think about our hands and all that they do for us, right? And how often do you specifically exercise your hands? Maybe not enough. So today we will. A lot of these exercises were designed by an occupational therapist, and that's a really great resource. If you have any difficulties with grasping things, if you have arthritic changes in your hands, an OT can be a very valuable person to visit. Today, we'll do these exercises within our comfort zone. So if anything hurts or feels not right, please abandon the plan. So first of all, very simply, just doing finger lift, lifting thumbs up off the lap, then pointer finger, middle finger, ring finger. Oh, he does not want to move by himself. And then pinky finger. Good. Repeat that about 3 times, lifting each finger up individually. Awesome. Then putting palms up now. And we'll do what's called differential gliding. So differential meaning one finger at a time. We'll flex one finger towards the body. Let's start with pointer finger. He's kind of a good leader. And separate the movement. Now flex your middle finger. Oh my, is that challenging for you? Now ring finger, flex, hold, and release. Pinky finger, flex, hold, release. And we can't skip over the thumb. Flex towards your palm. The thumb has a different flexion pattern, doesn't it? Okay, repeat, starting with pointer finger, flex, release, middle finger, flex, release, ring finger, flex, release, pinky, and thumb flexes towards the palm. Beautiful. Once more at your own pace, flexing each finger towards your body, one at a time. Hold for a beat or two. So if you've been working with Forever in Motion for a while, you probably know one of the little tips here is if we do one movement, we should do the counter movement. So this is finger flexion. Here's my thumb. Good, and now I'm done. So you would know that we also did finger extension, but I'd like to just stretch it out for those fingers. So now one palm facing towards me and maybe give a little active assistance. Perhaps this is, well, we should feel it in our fingers, but also stretching in the forearm, right? The wrist flexors. So gentle with this stretch. Lovely, and repeating on the other side. Great. Now a claw stretch. This one can be difficult and maybe is not totally my fave, but it's good for us, right? So what we want to do is just get into those different joints of the fingers, right? Do you ever think about how multi-jointed these fingers are? So to make the claw, we want to bend at the most distal and then next to it joint, right? I don't know, can you see what I'm doing? And then open up. Going for about 3 of these. So we're isolating movement, and we need this for different activities in our daily life. Just even thinking about using a key and how that's asking our fingers to move in a certain way, right? Okay, wiggle it out. Play the piano. If I have any piano players in here, this was probably easy for you, right? And moving into the shoulders now, we'll offer a little bit of internal and external rotation. So palms up. We've got something delicious, probably pumpkin pie on our palms right now, yes? And then we're going to serve it out to the sides, opening up in the shoulders, coming back to center. Take your time with this. Feel the feels. Where is this getting you? This is rotator cuff muscles at their finest. So fingers have had a brief break. We'll get back to them with thumb to finger taps. Are you ready? Thumb and pointer finger, thumb and pinky finger. Now, here we go. We're going to alternate meeting thumb and each finger until you get thumb and pointer, thumb and pinky. So different on each hand. One hand is going one way, the other hand is going the other way. And I'm rattling on, but you are seriously focused on getting this, right? Maybe you don't need focus. I kind of do. Good. So roll through a couple more times. Brain exercise. Ugh, not my fave. All right, team. Let's interlace those hands, palms together, and just gently rotate. Now we're getting into our forearms in addition to fingers. So this concludes our lovely fine-tuning our fine motor coordination. Hope you enjoyed. We're not done yet though. Do not pause or leave the video. Grab your band, have a drink of water if you want, and we'll move into a little bit of strengthening. We'll start with our back muscles. So bringing the band out front, palms down, really simple to start. We're just gonna pull, bringing elbows to our sides and then release. Thinking about the upper back muscles, our posture girdle muscles, thinking about our breath. Exhale as we pull, inhale on the release. Finding a number of reps that works for you. For these videos, I usually do between 8 and 10, but feel welcome, adjust as you need to. Two more. I can hear the wind outside right now, and I am so grateful for the beautiful weekend we had. But this wind, I think the trees are going to look different. I think it is blowing a lot of those leaves right off today, but that's okay. We have had a gorgeous fall, haven't we? Placing that band onto your lap, finding your beautiful, nice, tall posture, cross one hand over to the opposite thigh, cross the other hand over to the opposite thigh. Got it? Let's pick up our band. Elbows are going to come, they're lifted so that your shoulders are at about 90 degrees here. On an exhale, pull the band apart. We're going to do 5 of these and then switch the position of our hands. Here's 3, 4, 5. Okay, who's on the top? Let's switch. Put your other hand on top. It's not a brain exercise, but kind of is. And then we'll continue 5 more. Here we go. Exhale and pull. If this is too easy for you, maybe get your grip a little bit closer together. Chest muscles are working here. Can you feel them? And this is 5. Good. Okay. We must go back to our back muscles. Forever in Motion has a unique philosophy talking about 2 back exercises for every 1 chest. So let's place that band under our legs. No, under our feet. And we'll do a row. So finding ourselves on the front of our chair, finding our nice tall posture. And once we have that, take a beautiful breath in. Exhale and row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 'There's my 8. I hope that you are finding a number that works for you. Hope you were up nice and tall with those exercises. Oh, wait. You know what? We did leg strength, but we could always do a little bit more. And why not do a few with the band, right? So we have our nice tall posture. We've been sitting with it all class, of course. Arms are going to stay stationary at our sides, elbows towards our hips. Hip and knee is bent. On an exhale, push your heel down to the floor. Slowly rise on an inhale. My band is offering quite a bit of resistance, but if you need to, you could wrap the band around your hands, give yourself a little bit less length to play with. This is also really good getting into some tendons and ligaments around our knee, a non-weight bearing way to strengthen those. My knee just cracked. I hope my speaker didn't pick it up, but I've confessed. Great, we're gonna switch to the other leg. Finding our bum at the front of our chair, our chest lifted, bending hip and knee up. Oopsie. Do a little better job fishing here. Okay, inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, straighten the leg. And you know, sometimes I see this being done with a bit of a swinging motion. So we want to be careful not to do that. It's heel to ground, heel back up. Exhale on exertion. Inhale as we rise. Chest is proud. Beautiful work. Two more. Great job. Biceps and triceps. So, I was getting eager to move my band, but in fact, let's keep the band underneath our feet and let's do a bicep curl. Palms facing the, no, actually, let's do hammer curl. I haven't done that for a while, have you? This just gets different head of the bicep. So, palms are facing in towards your body, like thumbs are facing forward. We have that tall posture, which has been beautiful throughout. I know it has. Pulling up on the exhale, releasing down on the inhale. Give myself a little more rope here. So biceps on the front of the, well, you keep going. These are your biceps, right? And there's a multitude of ways to work them. We've got 3 in the Forever in Motion training binder. And it's just a really good idea to change the way you work your biceps to target a bit of a different area of that arm. Last one. My arms are shaking. This is such a strong band. It is not your traditional green. I always like to explain that. Okay, our final exercise, triceps. Oh, you know, let's do a tricep pushback. So place the band at your side or somewhere where you're not going to trip over it. And we're going to push ourselves up and out of our chairs, not with our legs, but with our triceps, back of the arm. So we're hanging on to an armrest. If you don't have it, you could do it just off the seat of your chair. You're not going to have as much range, but that's okay, whatever works. All right, our chest is proud and lifted. Take a nice deep breath in, team. Exhale and lift. Placed my heels out in front a little bit so that they're not helping me. This is all my arms, but you feel welcome to place those feet as you find comfortable. Lovely. Great job, everybody. Hope you're still staying with me. I've got a couple of viewers. That's good. Okay, heading into our stretch portion. So we're going to sit side saddle on our chair here, one cheek on the seat, one cheek off the seat. Take your leg that's off the cheek that's off the seat. Oh, I'm really messing up my descriptions here, but can you see what I mean? I've got one knee pointing down, one knee straight ahead. I'm going to look straight ahead and take a few nice deep breaths, maybe sneaking my back foot back a little bit and feeling a little stretch in the hip flexors. About 3 nice deep breaths, or 15 to 30 seconds. However you like to think about a stretch, but just take a moment to enjoy. Lovely. We will come to the other side. So one cheek on the chair, one cheek off. Front leg comes down, knee towards ground. Does that description help? Lift your heart, be proud, opening up those hip flexors and breathe deep. So coming off of Thanksgiving weekend, I feel like you just have such appreciation for setting aside a weekend for thankfulness, right? It's so beautiful. So let's take one leg up at a time, slow and controlled. Getting a little stretch in our hammies, maybe, lifting our toes up to our nose a little bit, and then pausing on one side and do some ankle circles. There are some actual studied benefits of gratitude. So, gratitude improves our mental health, it improves our sleep, I've heard. It improves our psychological health. Of course, we feel better if we're finding things in our life to be grateful for. Lovely. Rotating the other way, did I say that? I already did. More social connection when we're feeling gratitude, maybe in our own self esteem. We feel happier where we are. Lift your other leg up, ankle circles on this side. And going the other way. Great job. All right, for our torso, a very gentle spinal twist. So I'm going to cradle my elbows with my hands. I'm going to turn to one side and gaze over one shoulder. Beautiful. To the center and repeat on the other side. Once more for each side, gentle spinal twist. Gentle shoulder check. Maybe take your eyes over to one side a little bit. Give them a stretch too. Lovely. For our shoulders, to stretch them out, a few circles. 2, 3, 4. When we reach 5, let's place our hands behind. Just offer our chest a little bit of a stretch here. So maybe gazing up if that's comfortable for you. I mean, not taking your neck out of spinal alignment, but just a little gaze up. Lovely. And then taking one hand down towards the ground as though you're going to pick something up, ear to shoulder on the other side. Letting neck muscles stretch. Bringing in some nice long deep breaths. Oh, I do have a few lovely gratitude quotes that I used in some classes that I taught this weekend. Repeat on the other side. Stretch hand down. I have a quote from Oprah. I loved Oprah in her day. I know my brother teased me when I bought tickets for her show a long time ago, but I really do think she offers a little bit of good insight. So let's do a few stretches here while we read this quote. So I'm thinking about interlacing your hands, maybe taking them out, not pulling with the back, but just out a little bit. And inhale, put them on your heart. A few nice deep breaths, repeating that. Being grateful all the time isn't easy, but gratitude can transform any situation. It moves your energy from negative to positive. It is the quickest, easiest, and most powerful way to affect change in your life. So I hope you were able to stick with a 45-minute physical activity class here today, focused on fine-tuning our fine motor skills. But in addition to that, finding a moment to be grateful for our very all unique but very wonderful lives, situations, something to be grateful for, right? So we'll part ways with three beautiful, nice, deep breaths. Let's lift our arms up if that's available to you. Inhale up. Exhale, rain your fingers down. Inhale up. Exhale, rain your fingers down. Inhale up. And this time, maybe drawing your hands around, give yourself a pat on the back. Thank you so much for being a part of today's class. I hope you enjoyed. Feel welcome to leave any comments or suggestions or ideas in the comments below. Have a great week, everybody.